Thank you. I'm actually going to ask you if you will time travel with me first, if you're comfortable with that. I'd ask you to get really comfortable in your seat with your feet planted. And if you feel comfortable, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes or cast your gaze downward. And I want to see if you can go back to a time, a younger you, when you felt like the world was starting to feel heavy, where things started to shift and you were questioning your place in it. Maybe it was the first time you ever felt rejected, or not enough, or not seen. Can you see that younger part of you? I want you to hear my words, not just with your ears, but I want that younger part of you to hear with your heart. You are enough. You are worthy of love exactly who you are. You are wanted and you belong. I want you to just be with that for a few more seconds. You are wanted. You belong. I see you and I love you for exactly who you are. You are enough. Take a deep breath for me and open your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back to the room. Imagine if you were to hear that, not just today, but if you had heard that every day of your life or a lot of your life. When you landed here, when your mom gave birth to you, and you felt that sense of belonging, that someone cared for you deeply, everyone cared for you deeply. Imagine what that would have done to your life. Imagine what that would have done to your family if the very fabric in which love was woven in, it was in your family, it was in your community, in your school, in your world. How would that have changed how you showed up? Because for many of us, we have had hurts and trauma that have unconsciously made us believe things about ourselves like we're not enough, we don't matter, we're not valuable, we're invisible. All of these stories, these narratives that we lived into unconsciously in many ways. And as an 11-year-old kid, I had the weight of the world on my shoulder. I wondered my whole life, what does it mean to be in healthy relationships with people? What does love actually mean? Because it felt like I did not know. I was looking out in the world and I didn't see it. I didn't think I saw it fully. Of course, my parents loved me. But 16 years ago, I decided to take a serious look at love and healthy relationships. And I bravely took myself on a quest. I decided to take love very seriously because what I wanted so long was to be loved and to be able to love others. But it felt strange because no one else was talking like this, right? I felt strange to myself until I realized that the science says that we're not just biologically, but we're neurologically wired for connection. Attachment matters, relationships are everything. And there's an 80-year Harvard study that says, the longest study they've ever done, by the way, and the number one insight that came out of this was that good relationships are critical for our well-being. So I wasn't strange anymore. This made sense to me. So as I went along on this quest, I decided to look at all of these thought leaders that talked about love and relationships. And there's a Sufi poet named Rumi. And he said, your task is not to seek for love, but to merely look and seek for all of the ways and the barriers in which you hold love back. So I decided to take this quest to look at barriers. What are the barriers? It wasn't that I didn't think I had any. I knew I had barriers. I decided to take these barriers, really look at them. What are they? Things like holding on to the past, unforgiveness, not knowing how to set boundaries, the lack of integrity when I was splitting myself apart in order to be accepted by others, and realizing that this formed behaviors, unhealthy behaviors like overgiving, people-pleasing, lack of boundaries, like I said. And so I was like, I want to correct this because as the relationship expert, Esther Perel says that relationships, the quality of relationships determine the quality of your life, right? And I wanted to live a life where I could truly show up and be myself without needing to act a different way in order to be approved, worry about criticism, but to show up fully myself. And so I did this thing. I did this really brave thing. I courageously decided to rise in this idea of connecting with people in a way that I always desired. I wanted my 11-year-old self to be okay, knowing that she knew it the whole time, that relationships are everything. So as I went on this journey and decided to put myself through what it would mean to take these unhealthy patterns and learn new healthy ways of relating to others, my life surely changed. I'm able to be with others without needing to have to show up in a way that says, are they gonna like me? I like me, I love me. I learned how to be my greatest friend and my greatest lover so that I can in turn learn how to be my greatest friend and greatest lover to others. So this has been a beautiful journey of courageously rising. So I'll leave you with this. One of my favorite authors, her name is Toni Morrison, and she said, don't ever think that I fell for you or fell over you. I didn't fall in love, I rose to it. Thank you.